Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to continue our 1977 retro replay of the Boston Red Sox using Action PC Baseball. Today's game will pit the visiting Seattle Mariners, 10 wins, 15 losses, against the hometown Boston Red Sox, 16 wins and only 3 losses, and are currently one half game in front of the New York Yankees, who were defeated today in retro time by the California Angels. So if the Red Sox defeat the Mariners here in Fenway, they will be one full game ahead of their arch rival New York Yankees, and that's the series that's going to be coming up after the Mariners series. Red Sox would love to get some distance between themselves and the Yankees. In retro time, it is May 3rd, 1977, night game, 64 degrees, clear skies, winds 11 miles per hour, left to right, light rain. There's a light rain here today. On the mound for the Red Sox, Bill Lee. He is 1-1 with an ERA of 5.14. On the mound for the Seattle Mariners, Dick Cole, and he's making his first start of the year. So let's play ball. For the visiting Seattle Mariners, leading off, the switch-hitting second baseman Milbourne. Batting second, the left fielder Braun. Batting third, right fielder Lopez. Batting fourth, the first baseman Meyer. Batting fifth, playing third base, Bernhard. Batting sixth, the designated hitter Stein. Batting seventh, the center fielder Jones. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Stinson. And batting ninth, the shortstop Reynolds. Once again, doing the pitching, Dick Cole. Opposing this Seattle lineup on the mound, Bill Lee. As I stated, he's 1 win, 1 loss with an ERA of 5.14. Batting average against, it's very high, 438. In actuality, in 77, Bill Lee went 9 wins, 5 losses, 1 save, ERA of 4.43. And a batting average of 307. His battery mate, excellent catcher, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Fame. At third base, Butch Hobson, very error-prone. At shortstop, solid defender, Rick Burleson. At second base, Denny Doyle, adequate at best. And at first base, the excellent defender, George Boomer Scott. In left field, the outstanding Carl Yastrzemski. In center field, playing for the injured Fred Lynn, Dwight Evans. He's been doing fairly well in this retro replay. And in right field, another solid fielder, Bernie Carbo. 8 defensively, 9 armed. The Red Sox sport a pretty good defense out there on the field. So Milbourne steps to the plate. Larry Milbourne. Wow, that's some bright green. Milbourne on the retro replay is hitting .284, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. In actuality, Milbourne hit .219, 2 homers, and 21 RBIs. So here's the windup and the pitch by Bill Lee to Larry Milbourne. And that ball's grounded to Burleson. He bobbles it, but still makes a strong throw to Scott, and they just nip Milbury. Milbourne, excuse me, Milbury was a hockey player. At first, so 1 up, 1 down. Now at the plate, Steve Braun. The Mariner left fielder is hitting .265 on the retro replay, 1 homer, 12 RBIs. In 1977, he actually hit .235, 5 home runs, and 31 RBIs. Fisk flashes the sign. Here's the pitch by Lee. That ball's grounded to Doyle, over to Scott. 2 down. Bill Lee so far has his good stuff going. It's very early, but he does. Now up with 2 outs, no one on, Carlos Lopez, the Mariners' right fielder. Retro replay, he's hitting .310, no home runs, 4 RBIs. In actuality, he hit .283 in 1977, 8 home runs and 34 RBIs. And off lefties, he hit .263. Righties hit Lee at .324. So we're going to try with a pitch around. Let's see if we can get Lopez to chase. Here's the windup and the pitch to Lopez. And Lopez walks. He didn't bite on any of that. So Lopez is at first. Fairly good base runner. 8 out of 10 for speed. Percentage to steal second, 29%. And now up, the Mariners' first baseman, Dan Meyer, hitting .261, 3 home runs and 15 RBIs in the retro replay. Actuality hit .273, 22 home runs and 90 RBIs. So this is probably the most dangerous bat in their lineup as I'm looking at it, and he's definitely the most dangerous bat in their lineup. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The windup and the pitch by Lee, 2 outs. Lopez on at first. That ball sent out to Carbo on right. He drifts back to the warning track, makes the catch, inning over. So we go to the bottom of the first, no score. And now the Red Sox lineup, leading off Rick Burleson playing shortstop. Batting second, playing left field, Carl Yastrzemski. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jim Rice. Batting fourth and doing the catching, Carlton Fisk. Batting fifth, playing right field, Bernie Carbo. Batting sixth, playing center field, once again for the injured Fred Lynn, Dwight Evans. Batting seventh, playing first base, the Boomer, George Scott. Batting eighth, playing third base, Butch Hobson, the human error machine. And batting ninth, playing second base, Denny Doyle. So Burleson's going to lead off here. And opposing this Red Sox lineup on the mound, Dick Pole. Dick Pole went 7 wins, 12 losses in actuality. 5.15 ERA. Batting average against .270. He's making his first start in this retro replay using Action PC Baseball, 1977. His battery mate, Bob Stinson, an above-average catcher. At third base, Juan Bernhardt, below-average defender. At shortstop, Craig Reynolds, a good shortstop, 7 out of 10. That's very good. Milborn's at second, excellent defender, and Myers at first, another good defender. So the weak link is Bernhardt at third. In the outfield, you have in left Steve Braun, a solid outfielder, good arm. Rupert Jones, an excellent outfield with a good arm. And in right field, we have Carlos Lopez, who's again above average and has a good arm. So all very good arms. Lopez the best of them in right field. So Burleson to lead off, batting .375 in the retro replay. No homers, 4 RBIs. And off right-handed pitching, he's hit .275. Dick Pole is pretty tough on righties. He only gives up a .204 average in 77. So let's see how it's going now. And we're going to have Burleson take. Here's the pitch by Pole. Strike 1. Pole starts him off with a strike. Burleson to swing away. Stinson goes through the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch to the rooster. Oh, and he plunked him. Wow. Boy, Fenway fans aren't too happy with that. So Burleson's on, hit by pitch. He waves off the trainer. And Captain Carl Yastrzemski steps to the mound. Kind of to the plate, excuse me. Yaz is hitting .375 in the retro replay. 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. In actuality, .296, 28 homers, and 102 RBIs. Yastrzemski will be swinging away. Here's the windup and the pitch by Pole. And Yastrzemski rips that ball into right center field. We have a 54% chance to score Burleson, and we're not going to do that. Jones has an outstanding arm. We're going to hold him. It'll be second and third, no outs for Jim Rice, the designated hitter. Jim Rice is hitting .397, 5 home runs and 21 RBIs in the retro replay. In actuality, in 1977, .320, 39 home runs and 114 RBIs. So he has 2 ducks out in this pond here that he can knock in. He'll be swinging away. Here's the windup and the pitch by Pole. Rice pops it out to the third baseman on the outfield grass. So Bernhardt records the first out here. So 1 out, runners at second and third. Carlton Fisk steps to the plate. Fisk's off to a pretty fast start also. He has a 10-game hitting streak. In the retro replay, he's hitting .294, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. In actuality, Fisk hit in 1977, .315, 26 home runs, and 102 RBIs. Fisk will be taking. Ball 1. Fisk will take again. Ball 2. No ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch to Carlton Fisk. Pole finally gets over with that strike. The fastball was there, so 2-1 count in favor of Fisk. He'll be gripping and ripping. Stinson goes through the signs. Burleson at third. Yastrzemski at second. Here's the windup and the pitch to Carlton Fisk. And Fisk grounds that into left center field. And we're going to hold Yaz at third. 1-0 Red Sox. RBI single. A lot of strong arms in that outfield for Seattle. And now coming up, Bernie Carbo. He's getting a lot of playing time early in the season due to the injury to Fred Lynn. And Evans playing center field. Carbo on the retro replay, outstanding. Very fast start. Batting .340, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs. In actuality, Carbo hit .289, 15 home runs, and 34 RBIs. Carbo hit .306 off right-handed pitching in 1977. And Pole, average against lefties, .333. So this is a really good opportunity here for Bernie. Knock in a run. Here's the windup and the pitch to Carbo. Fisk at first, Yastrzemski at third. Here's the pitch. And Carbo walks. Good eye. So bases are loaded. No place to put Dewey Evans. Evans on the retro replay. .311, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. And he has 1 grand slam on the season. He could get number 2 here. In actuality, Evans in 1977 at .287, 14 homers and 36 RBIs. He will be getting injured a little later in the season, and he will be lost. So, Evans will take. Strike 1. Fastball in there, inside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, bases loaded. Evans ready to grip and rip. The windup and the pitch by Pole. And Evans strikes out. Wow. It'll be up to George Boomer Scott now. Red Sox up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded, now 2 outs. The Boomer's struggling so far. He's only hitting .221, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. In actuality, Scott hit .269, 33 home runs, and 95 RBIs. Scott will be swinging away. Here's the windup and the pitch to Scott. And Scott lines out, and a diving catch by Reynolds at short. Wow! Robbing Scott of a hit and most likely 2 RBIs. So that play keeps the Mariners in this game early on. The Red Sox could have broken open. They have bases loaded, but they only get 1. We go to the top of the second. Now due up Bernhardt, Stein, and Jones. Juan Bernhardt, the Mariners' third baseman, hitting .257 in the retro replay, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. In actuality, Juan hit .243, 7 home runs, and 30 RBIs. He hit .281 off left-handed pitching. Here's the windup and the pitch by Bill Lee. That ball's grounded to Burleson, quickly over to Scott, 1 down. Bill Stein steps to the plate, the Mariners' designated hitter, batting .242, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. In 1977, Stein actually hit .259, 13 home runs, and 67 RBIs. batted .297 off left-handed pitching. Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch by Lee. That ball's up the middle. Doyle dives, gets up and throws to Scott. Out number 2. Fabulous play by Denny Doyle behind the second base bag. So 2 outs. Rupert Jones steps to the plate. Mariners center fielder. Batting .245, 7 home runs and 15 RBIs in retro replay. In actuality, Jones batted .263, 24 homers and 76 RBIs. Jones struggled against left-handed pitching, though, in 77, only a .201 average. The windup and the pitch to Rupert Jones. 2 outs, no one on. Grounded up the middle, and that's a single. Evans throws the ball back into the infield. So a 2-out single, and now bring up the catcher, Bob Stinson. Stinson's hitting in the retro replay, .254, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Jones, 7 out of 10 for speed, only a 26% chance of stealing. Second base, Scott's holding him on. Stinson, in actuality, hit .269, 8 home runs, and 32 RBI. Struggled against left-handed pitching in 1977. Fisk goes through the signs, but before that, Lee's going to throw over. Jones is back. So once again, Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch to Stinson. 2 outs, Jones at first. That ball is grounded to Doyle, who throws to Scott. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Red Sox. Coach Hopkins steps to the plate. He's also struggling in this retro replay early on. He's only batting .210. He does have 7 home runs and 16 RBIs. In 1977, Hobson hit .265, 30 home runs, and 112 RBIs. This Red Sox team in 1977 could just mash the ball. All right, Hobson will take. Here's the windup and the pitch by Paul. Strike 1. Off-speed pitch in there. So, no balls, 1 strike. Hobson's ready to grip and rip. Stinson goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Hobson. And Hobson, good eye, patience, works a walk. Leadoff walk for Butch. Running ability, 6 out of 10. Stealing second base, 25%. Denny Doyle steps to the plate. Doyle's also struggling early on with the bat. .226, 1 home run, 4 RBIs in the retro replay. In actuality, in 1977, Doyle only hit .240, 2 home runs, and 49 RBIs. He's a 7 to bunt, and I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to move Hobson over with the bunt. And he's also a 7 hit and run. So we're going to have Doyle take. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ball 1. Okay. He'll take again. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Doyle puts the bat on his shoulders. Hobson's being held on at first by Meyer. Here's the windup and the pitch to Denny Doyle. 3-0 count. And he walks on 4 consecutive pitches, so Cole, who struggles with his control at times, as you can see in actuality, once again in 1977, Cole walked 57 batters and only struck out 51. So first and second, no outs. The Rooster, Rick Burleson, steps to the plate. And Burleson was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Burleson's also an excellent hit and run candidate, 7 out of 10. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. Strike 1. In there with the fastball. So no balls, 1 strike. Burleson is we're going to play a little hit and run here. We want to put the ball in play. Here's the pitch. Burleson sends that ball foul to left field and out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch to Rick Burleson. Hobson at second, Doyle at first, no outs. Burleson has an 8-game hitting streak. And that ball's popped up to Meyer at first. He calls it, makes the catch, 1 out. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Yaz doubled off the wall in right center. RBI opportunity here for Yastrzemski. Cole sets and delivers. Here's the pitch to Yaz. And Yaz rips that ball, and it's gone as it goes into the center field bleachers. That's a bomb, folks! 408 feet, the Red Sox lead 4-0. The mashing starts early, and the potatoes right now are the Seattle Mariners. Jim Rice steps to the plate. He'd love to go back-to-back. Rice 0 for 1 today. Popped out to third. Stinson goes through the signs. Poles nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Rice. And Rice sends that ball deep, but up against the wall. Braun makes the catch in left center. So 2 outs. Carlton Fisk steps to the plate. Fisk 1 for 1. Phone delay. I'll be right back. And I'm back. That was a quick phone delay. So Fisk steps to the plate, as I said, 1 for 1. He singled in the first. 2 outs, no one on. The Red Sox lead 4-0 now. The windup and the pitch to Pudge. And Pudge sends that deep and gone over the Green Monster. 5-1 Red Sox as he crushed that Dick Pole pitch. The mashing continues. Bernie Carbo now steps to the plate. Carbo walked his first time up. And that home run went .313 for Pudge. Carbo would love to take one out, and he has the power to do so. The windup and the pitch to Bernie Carbo. And Carbo sends that ball to Milburn, who throws over to Meyer. Inning over, but damage done. The Red Sox score 4 in the bottom of the second on 2 home runs. A 3-run blast by Yastrzemski and a solo shot by Pudge, Carlton Fisk. And Lee going to the top of the third, 5-0. Bill Lee on the mound to face Craig Reynolds. Reynolds on the retro replay, 244, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. In actuality, Reynolds hit 248, 4 home runs, and 28 RBIs. The windup and the pitch by Lee. That ball's grounded to third. He makes a diving stop and throws to Scott. 1 down. Another fine play by Denny Doyle at second. Top of the order now for the Mariners. Larry Milbourne. Milbourne 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch to Milbourne. And that ball goes foul to the left side. So it's now a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Fisk goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch by Bill Lee. And that's grounded to Hobson. Good strong throw to Scott. 2 down. Steve Braun steps to the plate. Braun's also 0 for 1. Lee works quickly. He sets and delivers. That ball's grounded into left field for a base hit past the lunge of Butch Hobson. So 2 outs. Braun's at first. Not really a threat to steal. And now up at the plate, Carlos Lopez. The right fielder. He walked his first time up. Lee sets and delivers to Lopez. And that ball's grounded to Hobson, who throws over to Scott. Inning over. Bill Lee's looked strong for the first 3 innings here. We go to the bottom of the third. The Red Sox 5, the Mariners nothing. A Red Sox victory will put them a full game ahead of the New York Yankees in first place. Dwight Evans steps to the plate. Evans is 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Pole. Evans rips a shot to Bernhardt, and he makes the catch. He didn't even have to move. So 1 up, 1 down. George Scott steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Struggling, like I said, so far in this retro replay. Stinson goes through the signs. Pole sets and delivers. And Scott sends that out to Braun in left. He drifts back and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Red Sox. Butch Hobson steps to the plate. Hobson walked in the second inning. 2 outs, no one on. The windup and the pitch to Hobson. Hobson sends that out to the third baseman. And that's it. Inning over. Bernhardt catches the pop-up. We go to the top of the fourth. Red Sox lead 5-0. Leading off the inning, Dan Meyer. Meyer's 0 for 1. Mariners first baseman. Good power. He has good power. Got to be careful with him. He fly deep to right in the first. Lee sets and delivers to Meyer. And that ball's grounded to Burleson. Quickly throws to Scott. 1 out. Juan Bernhardt steps to the plate. Bernhardt's 0 for 1. Fisk goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Bernhardt. And that ball's up the middle for a base hit. A 1 out single. Bernhardt not really a threat to steal. Scott holding him on. Lee has a pretty good move to first base. Bill Stein, the Mariners' designated hitter, comes to the plate. He's also 0 for 1. Mariners down 5-0 here. Lee throws over to first. Bernhardt's back. Fisk goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Stein. That ball's popped up. Scott calls for it at first. He makes the catch. 2 down now. Bernhardt at first. Now at the plate, Rupert Jones. He's 1 for 1. One of the Mariners' more dangerous hitters. He singled to center in the second. Lee sets and delivers. And that ball is going to be a double in the left center field. A 2-out double. The Mariners have something going here. Runners at second and third. As that's a second hit for Jones in this game. And the Mariners catcher Bob Stinson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. RBI opportunity here. Mariners looking to try to jump back in this game. But again, Stinson struggled in 1977 with left-handed pitching. Lee wants to get this out here, out of the jam. Here's the windup and the pitch to Stinson. Runners at first and runners at second and third for the Mariners. 2 outs. And that ball is a double off the right field wall. Excuse me. And the Mariners get 2 runs back, as it's now 5-2. Clutch hit with 2 outs by Stinson. Lee struggling a bit here in the 4th inning. He put goose eggs up in the first 3. Craig Reynolds steps to the plate. Reynolds 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Lee. Grounded to Burleson, over to Scott, inning over, but the Mariners score 2. They finally break through. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Red Sox 5, the Mariners 2. Denny Doyle steps to the plate. Doyle walked his first time up in the second inning. Stinson goes through the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch to Doyle. And Doyle sends that to Reynolds, and Reynolds over to Myers, but Myers drops the ball. No, they're going to say a bad throw on Reynolds. And advancing to second base on the throw is Denny Doyle. So he's in scoring position. Red Sox can jump right back on the Mariners here. Rick Burleson, the top of the order, comes to the plate. Burleson's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first and popped out to first in the second. The windup and the pitch to Burleson. And Burleson sends that ball out to Braun in left. He makes the catch, retreating back to second is Doyle. So 1 out. Karl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. Red Sox left fielder. He has 3 RBIs today on that 3-run blast in the bottom of the second. The windup and the pitch to Yastrzemski. Doyle's at second, 1 away. Yeah, sends that ball into left center, and we're going to send Doyle home. Here comes the throw, and he's safe. He beats the throw to the plate. The Red Sox get a run back, and they lead now 6-2. Jim Rice steps to the plate. Rice 0 for 2 today. Yastrzemski's at first. 5 out of 10 speed, though he has a 61% chance of stealing second base. But he'll stay put with Rice at the plate. Cole's been roughed up in this game. Stinson goes through the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch by Cole. Rice rips that down to Bernhardt. That's going to be a double play as it goes Milburn to Myers. Inning over. The Red Sox get 1 back. We go to the top of the 5th. Boston 6, Seattle 2. Leading off for the Mariners, Larry Milbourne, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2 today. The windup and the pitch from Bill Lee. And he strikes him out. So, 1 up, 1 down, and now Mariners left fielder Steve Braun steps to the plate. Braun 1 for 2. Grounded to second, and and singled it in the third. Fisk goes through the signs, the windup and the pitch to Braun. That ball's grounded to Doyle, who throws to Scott, out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and Carlos Lopez steps to the plate. Mariners right fielder's 0 for 1. Beatles eternally jumps in the chat. He says, "Let's go, Yaz!" You missed Yaz's 3-run homer in the bottom of the second. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. So Lopez steps to the plate, 2 outs, no one on. Lee sets and delivers, and that ball's grounded to Doyle, over to Scott. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Red Sox lead the Mariners here in this 1977 retro replay, 6-2. And remember, the Red Sox have jumped a half game ahead of the Yankees due to the Angels defeating the Yankees today. So if the Red Sox win, they will be a full game in front of the New York Yankees, their longtime rivals. Fisk 2 for 2. Singled in the first, and he hit a solo blast in the second. Cole is now up to 84 pitches. His threshold is 120. The windup and the pitch to Carlton Fisk. And Fisk rips that ball to Bernhardt, and he makes the catch. So 1 out, Bernie Carbo steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch to Carbo. And Carbo singles into right field. A 2-out single. As Lopez really misjudged that ball, he let it drop in front of him. But Carbo will take it. That's a base hit. His average goes up. Beals internally in the chat says, "Doing well." Excellent. Love to hear that. So Dwight Evans steps to the plate. Dewey's 0 for 2. Carbo's at first. 1 out. Stinson, the catcher, goes through the signs. Cole nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Dewey Evans. Evans strikes out. So 2 down. Carbo still at first. And George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. The Boomer's 0 for 2. Struggling early on in this retro replay season. Carbo not a threat to run and not very fast. Only 4 for 10 in speed. The windup and the pitch to the Boomer. And Scott pops it up. Who's going to call for it? Bernhardt, the third baseman. Inning over. We go to the top of the 6th. The Red Sox lead 6-2. Leading off for the Mariners, their first baseman, Dan Myers. He's 0 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Lee sets and delivers. That's a dribbler to Doyle. He throws to Scott, and they get Myers for the first out of the inning. Juan Bernhardt steps to the plate. Bernhardt's 1 for 2. Mariners third baseman grounded to short in the second and singled in the fourth. Lee working quickly. The windup and the pitch. And that's another single up the middle. So Bernhardt's 2 for 3 now. And that will bring Bill Stein to the plate, the Mariners' designated hitter. He's 0 for 2. Bernhardt is not really a threat to steal. Scott holding him on, though. Lee wants to induce a double play ball here. Lee's now up to 95 pitches. His threshold's 130. He sets and delivers. That's a grounder to Burleson to Doyle to Scott. Double play, inning over. Fine job by Bill the Spaceman Lee. Leading off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 6th, Butch Hobson. Hobson's 0 for 1. Cole sets and delivers to Hobson. Hobson sends that ball deep to left field. The Brown makes the catch right in front of the green monster on the warning track. And that's it for Dick Cole. A new pitcher has come in the game for the Seattle Mariners, Dave Pagan. Pagan, in actuality, in 1977, was 1 win, 1 loss, 2 saves, ERA of 6.14, batting average against 323. Not really good. In the retro replay, ERA of 270, no wins, no losses, 2 saves, and batting average against 289. Let's get the final numbers on Dick Cole. Cole went 5 in the third, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 2 home runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and threw 106 pitches. So 1 out. Denny Doyle steps to the plate. Doyle's 0 for 1. Doyle walked in the second, grounded to short in the fourth. Righty-lefty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Denny Doyle. And Doyle singles to left. A one-out single for Denny Doyle. Now Rick Burleson comes to plate, and he currently has an 8-game hitting streak, and he's 0 for 2. He really wants to get that hitting streak continued. So Doyle at first, Burleson at the plate. Pagan on the mound. He sets and delivers to the rooster. And that's a dribbler to Reynolds. He goes to second to get the lead runner in Doyle. Burleson reached safely on the fielder's choice at first. So now 2 outs. Burleson at first. Captain Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. Yaz is 3 for 3. Doubled in the first, 3-run homer in the second, and singled in the fourth. Let's see if Yaz can go yard once again. The windup and the pitch to Yastrzemski. 2 outs, 1 on. And Yastrzemski pops it up. Stinson calls for it. He makes the catch, inning over. We go to the top of the 7th. Red Sox lead 6-2. Rupert Jones leads off the inning. Jones 2 for 2. Singled in the second, doubled in the fourth. Lee's now up to 96 pitches. He still looks strong. Again, his threshold is 130. The windup and the pitch to Rupert Jones. That ball is sent to Carbo and right. He makes the catch. 1 away. Bob Stinson, the Mariners catcher, comes to the plate. Stinson 1 for 2. Grounded to second in the second inning and doubled and knocked in 2 runs in the fourth. Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Stinson. Stinson sends that ball out to right center field. Gavin making a fine running catch is Bernie Carbo, flashing the leather there. 2 up, 2 down, and Craig Reynolds, the Mariners shortstop, comes to the plate. Reynolds 0 for 2. Lee working quickly. He sets and delivers to Reynolds. And that's ripped to Hobson, who goes to Scott, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Red Sox lead the Mariners 6-2. Leading off, Jim Rice. Rice 0 for 3 today. Pagan gets a sign from Stinson. The windup and the pitch to Rice. Rice sends that ball out to left field. Braun runs it down for out number 1. Carlton Fisk steps to the plate. Punch is 2 for 3 today. Singled in the first, solo homer in the second, and then lined out in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Fisk. Fisk sends that ball into shallow left field, and making a diving catch is Braun, robbing Fisk of his 3rd hit. So there's 2 outs now. Bernie Carbo comes to the plate, 1 for 2. He made a wonderful catch in the top of this inning. Pagan, the windup and the pitch to Carbo. And Carbo strikes out. Inning over. We go to the top of the 8th. Boston 6, Seattle 2. Leading off for the Mariners, their second baseman Larry Milbourne, 0 for 3 today. Lee's now up to 107 pitches, and once again, his threshold's 130. He seems okay still. The windup and the pitch to Milbourne. Milbourne sends that ball deep to center field. Evans catches it on the warning track. 1 out. Steve Braun, the Mariners left fielder, steps to the plate, 1 for 3. The windup and the pitch to Braun. But before that, they're going to go with a pinch hitter. So pinch hitting for Braun, Leroy Stanton. In retro replay, not too good. 170, 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs. In actuality, Stanton hit 275 in 1977, 27 home runs, and 90 RBIs. And he crushes left-handed pitching. So, we're going to try to get him to chase with a pitch around. The windup and the pitch by Lee. And Stanton walks. So 1 out, Stanton's at first, and Carlos Lopez steps to the plate. Lee's now up to 113 pitches. Looking for that double play ball once again. 2 for 1 to end the inning. Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Lopez. And that's ripped! And it's gone! It carries over! The Green Monster, a 2-run blast for Lopez. And it's now 6-4. The Mariners are right back in this ball game. And Dan Myers steps to the plate. Myers 0 for 3. Lee's now up to 114 pitches. Fisk goes out to have a word with him on the mound. Now back behind the plate. The windup and the pitch to Myers. 1 out, no one on. Myers pops it up to second baseman Denny Doyle for out number 2. Big out there for the Red Sox. Mariners are right back in this ball game. No lead is safe at Fenway Park, folks. So Lee's now up to 115 pitches. This most likely would be his last inning. Juan Bernhardt steps to the plate. 2 for 3 off Bill Lee today. He's having quite a successful day, Bernhardt. I think we're going to go to pitch-by-pitch mode here and try to get Lee this final batter. We're going to go aggressive. Here's the pitch by Bill Lee. Grounded! No! Scott makes a diving catch! Takes it right off the ground! I thought that was going to be through for a hit. Lee claps his gloves and goes jaunting off the mound back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Seattle scores 2, but they still trail the Red Sox by 2, 6-4. Dwight Evans steps to the plate. Evans 0 for 3. He wants to break out here. Red Sox want to get some of those runs back. The windup and the pitch by Pagan. Evans singles up the middle. That's a good start. Evans not a threat to steal, though Myers is holding him on. George Scott, the boomer, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He'll be taking. The windup and the pitch to the boomer. Ball 1. Scott to take again. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Scott to grip and rip. Here's the pitch to the boomer. Evans at first. No outs. And Scott sends that ball into left field. And Evans goes first to third. Red Sox in business here. No outs. Hobson comes to the plate. Hobson wants to at least get a deep fly ball here. He's 0 for 2. They need to get this run in. They need those insurance runs back. The Mariners have pulled it within 2. Hobson's will take the windup and the pitch by Pagan. Strike 1. Fastball in there. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Hobson. Hobson sends that ball in the left field. The Red Sox get a run back. RBI single. Evans scores 7-4 Boston. As the mashing of the Mariners continues. Denny Doyle's at the plate. Doyle's 1 for 2 today. Scott's at second. Hobson at first. No outs. Pagan still on the mound. He's up to 40 pitches. He's good for 85. The windup and the pitch to Doyle. He'll take. Ball 1. Doyle to take again. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Doyle's ready to swing away. No outs. Scott at second. Hobson at first. And actually, I think we're going to sacrifice bunt with Doyle. He puts a good bunt down. Runners advance. They get him at first. So we've moved Scott and Hobson into scoring position for Rick Burleson. He's in jeopardy of losing his hit streak, which is 8 games. Burleson's 0 for 3 today. Hit by a pitch in the first. Popped up in the second. Fly to center in the fourth. And grounded to short in the 6th. He got on in a fielder's choice, though, as they forced Doyle. The windup and the pitch to Burleson, who will be taking. Strike 1. Fastball in there. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Scott at third, Hobson at second. The windup and the pitch to the Rooster. And he strikes out! Wow. I don't think Burleson's hit streak's going to continue. It was a good one, 8-game hit streak. So it's up to Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz has 3 hits on the day. He's 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Doubled in the first, 3-run homer in the second, singled in the fourth, and then popped out to the catcher in the sixth. He's got 2 ducks once again out in the pond that he can knock in. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the windup and the pitch to Captain Carl. Yastrzemski sends that ball to Jones in center. He makes the catch. Inning over. The Red Sox threaten, but they only get 1. They could have got more, but they only get 1. We go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox lead by 3, 7-4. And that's going to be it for Bill Lee. We're going to go to the pen here. And we're going to go with Bill Campbell. Soup. Come in to try to knock it down. So Campbell comes out of the pen looking to get the save. In 1977, Campbell had 13 wins, 9 losses, 31 saves. ERA of under 3, 2.96. Struck out 114, walked 60. Batting average against 224. He had an outstanding 1977. The next year, 1978, not so good. All right. So Campbell will face Stein, Jones, and Stinson. If anyone gets on, Reynolds. Stein's 0 for 3. The windup and the pitch by Soup Campbell. And he strikes him out! 1 up, 1 down. Now up, Rupert Jones. Jones 2 for 3. Mariners center fielder singled in the second, doubled in the fourth, and flied out to right in the seventh. Once again, the windup and the pitch from Soup Campbell. That ball sent to center field, making the catch in left center near the wall, Evans. Red Sox 1 out away from being a full game in first place over the Yankees, who lost earlier today against the Angels. It'll be up to Bob Stinson, the Mariner catcher, to extend this inning. Stinson 1 for 3. Grounded out in the second, doubled in the fourth, and fly deep to right center in the seventh. Lefty-righty matchup here for Campbell. Campbell sets and delivers to Stinson. And he strikes him out. Ball game over. The Red Sox win 7-4 and go a full game ahead of the Yankees and back into first place. Let's quickly go to the box score. Winning pitcher Bill Lee's now 2 wins, 1 loss. Losing pitcher in his first start of the year is Dick Pole for the Mariners. Player of the game, Carl Yastrzemski. Let me bring that up in OBS, and God, I hate when that happens. New window here. And there we go. And we now shall fit to the screen. So bear with me a moment, the cursor will be going away. The joys of OBS. That's what I record on. Alright, so let's go to the batting first. Actually, let's go to the pitching. So Dick Pole, who took the loss, went 5 1/3 innings. 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks. He threw 106 pitches. Pagan came in, pitched the final 2 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned. No homers, no walks, struck out 2 through 52 pitches. For the Red Sox, Bill Lee went 8 good innings. 7 hits, 4 runs, they were all earned, gave up 1 home run, walked 2, struck out 1. Bill Lee's best friend, the double play ball. Bill Campbell Lee now has 2 wins, 1 loss on the 77 retro replay season. Bill Campbell came in and got his 6th save. 1 shutout inning, and he struck out 2. Let's go to the batting quickly. Player of the game, Carl Yastrzemski, went 3 for 5, 4 RBIs, 1 double, 1 home run, and 1 run scored. For the complete box score for the Red Sox, we now go to it. Burleson, 0 for 4. He loses his hit streak at 8. 1 run scored, struck out once. We already did Yastrzemski. Let's move on to Rice. Rice was 0 for 4. Fisk 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. He had a home run, 1 run scored. Carbo 1 for 3, walked once, struck out once. Dwight Evans 1 for 4, 1 run scored, struck out twice. The Boomer George Scott 1 for 4. Hobson 1 for 3, 1 RBI, walked, scored a run. Denny Doyle 1 for 2, scored 2 runs, 1 walk, and he had a sacrifice bunt. In total, the Red Sox had 33 at-bats, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 RBIs, walked 3 times, only struck out 4 times, 1 double, no triples, and 2 home runs, 20 runners left on base. This team that was put on the field today together has a .301 batting average. They can mash. For Seattle, Milbourne, the second baseman, 0 for 4. Braun, the left fielder, 1 for 3. Then Stanton, the pinch hitter, came in, and he walked. He scored a run. Lopez, the right fielder, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, walked once, scored once, and he had a home run. Myers, the first baseman, 0 for 4. Bernhardt, the third baseman, 2 for 4, 1 run scored. Stein, the DH, 0 for 4. Jones, the center fielder, 2 for 4, 1 run score, 1 double. Stinson, the catcher, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout, and 1 double. Reynolds, the shortstop, went 0 for 3. In total, Seattle 33 at-bats, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 2 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, 6 runners left on base. So as you can see, the Red Sox had many more opportunities, and they could have blown this game wide open. They did get the win, but it was a struggle, 7-4. Going into the bottom of the 8th, it was only 6-4. The Mariners had scored 2 in the top of the 8th. So let's go to the quick recap. And here it is. In the first, the Red Sox sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. Carlton Fisk singled, scoring Burleson to take the lead. But Boston went 1-0. Fisk extended his hit streak to 11 games. In the second, Boston sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 4 runs, 2 hits, on 2 walks. Yastrzemski hit a 408-foot 3-run homer. That's his 5th of the year. Boston took a 4-0 lead. Fisk then hit a solo homer. Boston took a 5-0 lead. That was in the second. In the fourth, Seattle came back with 2 runs on 3 hits. Bob Stinson doubled, scoring 2. 5-2 Boston at the time. In the bottom of the fourth, Red Sox got a run back. On a hit in an error, Yastrzemski singled, scoring Doyle, 6-2 Red Sox. In the 8th, the Mariners rallied briefly once again, scoring 2 runs on a home run by Lopez, and that pulled Seattle within 2. Boston 6-4. In the bottom of the 8th, Butch Hobson singled, scoring Evans to get one of those runs back, 7-4 Red Sox. That's how the game ended. For Boston, Fisk 2 for 4, home run, 2 RBIs. Yastrzemski, player of the game, 3 for 5, a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs. Bill Lee gets the win. Campbell gets the save. Pohl gets the loss. Once again, this is Al, Red Sox fan, saying thank you very much for watching. Big shout out to Beatles Eternally in the chat. I'm going to be coming back with a Mets-Dodgers game in about 5 to 10 minutes using Action PC Baseball, if you'd like to join me again. Hope all is well with everyone. Health and happiness. Take care till next time, and that'll be in a short 10 minutes maybe. See you soon, and God bless. Bye-bye.